Good day, it's October 9th, 2023. The United States House of Representatives is in chaos. I'm Esmeralda Padilla-Gould and welcome to The Pulse.
And I'm Sam Buban. Welcome. 2 days after the lower chamber of Congress prevented a government shutdown by passing a continuing resolution to fund the government for another 45 days, Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida, one of the MAGA hardliners in the House, made good on his promise to file a motion to vacate against then-Speaker Kevin McCarthy before and after the spending bill battle, where Representative Matt Gaetz with his friends in the House Freedom Caucus were willing to shut down the government over talking points that Republicans want a smaller government budget, which in the real world would hurt ordinary Americans. So for now, the country has no Speaker of the House, which in constitutional succession to the presidency is third after the Vice President.
During those 2 days leading to Speaker McCarthy's removal from the post, which is the first in history, the Democrats were mainly silent about removing him, even as the Democrats were the one who helped Kevin McCarthy stave off a government shutdown. But the Congressman McCarthy got the reputation as unreliable and untrustworthy as he flip-flopped on his promise to both Republicans and Democrats alike, as some political observers describe him as living on a day-to-day on his speakership. He reneged on his deal with President Joe Biden made in January after being elected as Speaker, the White House making concessions with him on reduced government spending. He likewise broke his promises to the Republican hardliners, concessions he made just so he could be elected Speaker of the House after 14 voting attempts. He has been described as the weakest Speaker of the House, unable to control his rank and file in the Republican side of the lower chamber. Now, he will also be written in the history books and the shortest serving Speaker and the first to be removed. Although congressional historians would say that in 1910, a resolution to remove Joseph Cannon as Speaker failed in the vote counts.
Just to save his face with the Republican Party, former Speaker Kevin McCarthy blamed the Democrats for his ouster as Speaker. Of course, less than half of Democrats voted to boot him out versus more than half of the Republicans that voted to remove him. So, by a roll call vote, the Speaker was removed by a vote of 216 to 210. There were some who were not in the chamber for the voting, notably Nancy Pelosi, who was in California helping out in the preparation of Senator Dianne Feinstein's funeral. I was watching the count on C-SPAN. I also noticed Democrat Mary Peltola of Alaska was not able to vote. Here's how the gavel went down in the House floor.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
The 2 days leading to removal of Kevin McCarthy, the pro-Trump MAGA hardliners were bemoaning the passage of the 45 days resolution to keep the government open. What a mess it would have been for the country. Here's what could have happened if the government was shut down, just to give you an idea.
The Republicans on this committee are attempting to divert and distract the American people's attention by spending taxpayer dollars on this sham impeachment hearing 2 days before they shut the government down in hopes that the media, and I don't just mean Fox News, will fall for their scheme and give more airtime to the lies being told on this committee today than the real life impact their shutdown will have on even their own constituents' lives. In fact, in Chairman Comer's district, Republicans' shutdown will cost 8,937 of his constituents their paychecks. In Jim Jordan's district, Republican shutdown will cost 3,939 of his constituents their paychecks. In Marjorie Taylor Greene's district, Republican shutdown will cost 6,306 of her constituents their paychecks. In Lauren Boebert's district, Republicans shut down.
Democrats are the party of shutdowns. You guys love shutdowns.
Thank you very much. In Lauren Boebert's district, Republicans shutdown will cost 9,016 of her constituents their paycheck. In Paul Gosar's Arizona district, Republicans shutdown will cost 12,349 of his constituents their paycheck. In Byron Donalds, 3,235 folks paycheck. In Andy Biggs, 8,433. In Lisa McLean, 7,286. In Scott Perry's Pennsylvania district and the capital of my Commonwealth, Republican shutdown will cost 5,445 of his constituents.
What a mess indeed, and it continues. Even a former Republican campaign manager in the Bush administration said, "Today's Republicans in Congress can no longer govern. They put their allegiance to the party or to an individual over the need of the American people." We are going to take a commercial break. Please stay with us.
We use headphones as a part of our everyday lives. Whether we're at work, getting exercise, meditating, in transit, studying, practicing, or relaxing.
Hi, I'm Ryan Sway, the founder of Aircom. I would like to introduce the world's first wireless airflow audio earbuds. As a festival and a concert junkie, I really enjoy the live experience of being there and feeling the music. When we started developing Airflow, our goal was to reproduce that live experience using earbuds.
The problem with traditional headphones is that the speakers are located inside of the earpiece, literally giving you centimeters before the audio hits your eardrum.
What Aircom is doing, they're the first company to actually address the fact that there needs to be a space involved associated with having the sound waves expand fully.
The difference between traditional headphones and Aircom audio is that the air tube gives you 8 times more space, allowing the sound waves to fully develop before they actually hit your eardrums. And this gives it a much more live, natural sound, just like in a recording studio.
It's real nice that someone actually addressed the physics associated with how sound comes out.
The challenge we had was to create an earbud with enough airspace for the sound to fully develop and breathe. Unfortunately, traditional earbuds are about the size of a jelly bean, and there's just not enough airspace. However, that changed when we developed Airflow Audio. Airflow uses an air tube to deliver 6 to 8 times more airspace than traditional earbuds. The end result is a true live listening experience, just like you're at a festival or a concert. We also added magnets to the back of the earpieces so you can wear it around your neck when you're not using it.
Being that the drivers are 8 inches from the earpiece, the magnets do not affect the integrity of the sound at all.
The orange line represents the frequency transmitting through the wire to the speaker, which then converts to the blue sound wave that develops more as it travels up the air tube, producing a balanced, full body and live listening experience.
Another really cool feature is that these earbuds are sweat-proof and water-resistant because they're coated with a super hydrophobic nanotechnology. So now you can be on a skateboard or riding a motorcycle and listen to music as if you were watching a live show or actually in a recording studio.
We're coming to you for help in bringing these unparalleled earbuds to market.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Donald Trump finally got admonished by a judge and was issued a gag order. Trump, who, in his social media and at every opportunity in front of the media in speaking engagement, had been attacking prosecutors, witnesses, and judges, but made a serious mistake Tuesday. Last week, during his trial in the New York civil fraud case, being prosecuted by the New York State Attorney General Letitia James, the judge of the case, Judge Arthur Engoron, issued the gag order on the bench. According to multiple media who were in the courthouse, Judge Engoron found out that Donald Trump posted on his social media account that the defendant attacked Judge Engoron's law clerk with false accusations of being Senator Chuck Schumer's girlfriend, with a photo of her and Senator Schumer. Of course, that is not true. But the court staff felt threatened just as Donald Trump exposes the photos, addresses, and defame witnesses, investigators, prosecutors, and judges that are involved in his case. Judge Engoron was not happy, of course, of what he learned happened and called Trump and his lawyers into the judge's chamber. When he returned to the bench, he said, this is a quote from Judge Engoron at the bench. This morning, one of the defendants posted on a social media account disparaging, untrue, and personally identifying posts of a member of my staff. Although I have since ordered the post deleted, and apparently it was also emailed out to millions of other recipients. Personal attacks of any members of my court staff are unacceptable, inappropriate, and I will not tolerate them. Consider this statement an order forbidding all parties from posting, emailing, or publicly speaking about any member of my staff. Failure to abide by this will result in serious sanctions, unquote.
The Alabama congressional map is out. A federal judge has ruled out earlier this year that the Alabama legislature, who drew the map of its congressional representation, which allow only one congressional district that represents the black population of Alabama, as an unconstitutional map, and that it was racially gerrymandered in spite that more than 1/4 of Alabama's population is black. The Alabama legislature appealed the case to the Federal Court of Appeals, and in the appellate court upheld the decision of the lower court judge. The judge who rendered the decision has given order for the legislature that is in Republican control refused to do so. And it was for that reason that a 3-judge panel was formed to redraw the congressional representation map. The map came out last week, allowing for one congressional district that has majority black population, making the total of heavily black voters district to 2 congressional seats. The new development will have serious consequences for the Republican majority in the House of Representatives comes 2024 election, and a good news for the Democrats in their chances of retaking the majority in the House of Representatives.
Uncle Sam, please explain to our audience what is gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering is a term used in the practice of manipulating the distribution of voters for the purpose of helping to guarantee that the party's candidate has increased chance of being elected. For example, many black voters or Hispanic voters who traditionally vote Democrats will be broken apart and assigned to a district where they are already a minority, and diminish their chance of electing someone who can represent their race. That is called racial gerrymandering. The other kind is the one they call political gerrymandering. If, say, for example, in a state and a district where the Democrats are gaining ground in voter registration, the state legislature that is controlled by Republicans will painstakingly break apart any majority or semblance of majority in that district, even if they do it block by block in a subdivision. Political gerrymandering are so unfair to the voters that the state legislatures dictates where they can vote. You may have a neighbor across the street who now belongs to another district. Surgical gerrymandered districts is the term used to that act and is truly unconstitutional. It's actually one form of voter suppression to benefit one party, and the Republican Party are notorious for this. They actually invented it. We are going to take a commercial break. Please stay with us.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
Welcome back to The Pulse. A Filipino filmmaker finally made history in a breakthrough in terms of having a Philippine-made movie to be distributed in the United States. Film producer Francis Lara Ho's movie 1521, The Quest for Love and Freedom, was released Monday last week, Monday, October 2nd. The red carpet premiere was held in Las Vegas at the Century Cinemas in South Point Hotel and Casino Resort. FILAMTV Network was there, and we can confirm that the turnout was impressive. In Las Vegas alone, there were other 4 more locations, cinemas that had 1521 on their screens. Here are some of the videos of our coverage of the event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world premiere of 1521. With us here today, the amazing Mr. Francis B. Lara Ho. How are you feeling right now, I should say?
I try not to think about it, but it's a great feeling to be able to see your dream come true.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, let's start off with the first question here. Okay. 1521 explores a lesser-known historical event. What inspired you to tell this particular story?
Well, I've always believed that, great stories, especially when they're based on inspirational true stories, can change people's lives, and I believe that 1521, the story behind it, a 500-year story in the making, can change people's lives, and I thought it's worth making it.
Wow. Okay. What message or impact do you hope this film will have on its audience in future historical storytelling?
I hope that everyone that watches this and in the future will be inspired to live bigger, greater lives. We're destined for greatness. All of us are destined for greatness. Lapu-Lapu was destined for greatness. But these are ordinary people who did extraordinary choices, and hopefully you'll be inspired when you watch this to make extraordinary choices.
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis B. Lara Ho. Well, we have here Mr. Hector Davis Jr., the actor in the movie 1521, the lead actor, right? Could you tell us something about the movie? What can people expect?
This is going to be my first time seeing it too, so I am very excited. I just want to give a shout out to all the Filipino crew, to Director Michael, and to all the people that made this film a possibility. I got to see the Filipino work ethic and such an amazing magnitude, and so much heart and soul went into this project. So very excited to see the world see it. I'm really excited to hear the reactions. I have a Filipino 1-year-old daughter named Leona, and I'm very excited to be a part of her heritage and her lineage of Filipino history.
I'd like to ask, what drew you to this project?
It was the script, as well as, again, being a part of my daughter's heritage. and such a great story like Magellan doing a circumnavigation of the world and the Filipinos gaining their independence from Spain the first time. So this is a story where you get to see not only just how strong the Filipino people are, male and female. You know, and there's some strong actors in this film, and I'm excited for the world to see 1521.
Our congratulations to Francis Lara Ho and his team.
In the Las Vegas community scene, the Chilean community celebrated the anniversary of their independence. Joe Buban of the Fil-Am Civic Action International was invited and represented the Fil-Ams at that event. It was a wonderful event. Here are some of what transpired at that fun event.
Chorizo looks like from La Bonita.
The Central American countries community in Nevada also did a joint celebration of their independence. Leaders and members of the Guatemalan, El Salvadorian, Costa Rican, Honduras, and Mexico were there for the annual celebration. Among their community leaders who worked hard for the events were Reina Velez, who had been doing it for more than 10 years, together with other leaders of whom we took some photos. It was a well-attended event as well, and the entertainment was so culturally vibrant and traditional food served was authentic. Here are some of the videos FILAMTV took on that event. Well, folks, we are running out of time for today. Join us again next week for another episode of The Pulse. I'm Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. Thank you for watching.
And I'm Sam Buban. God bless your week.
Enjoy FILAMTV Network on KGNG 26.8 Las Vegas and www.filamtv.us. Search for and download FILAMTV Network in Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Download the WCE-TV app from smartphones and search for FILAMTV.
We use headphones as a part of our everyday lives. Whether we're at work, getting exercise, meditating, in transit, studying, practicing, or relaxing.
Hi, I'm Ryan Sway, the founder of Aircom. I would like to introduce the world's first wireless airflow audio earbuds. As a festival and a concert junkie, I really enjoy the live experience of being there and feeling the music. When we started developing Airflow, our goal was to reproduce that live experience using earbuds.
The problem with traditional headphones is that the speakers are located inside of the earpiece, literally giving you centimeters before the audio hits your eardrum.
What Aircom is doing, they're the first company to actually address the fact that there needs to be a space involved associated with having the sound waves expand fully.
The difference between traditional headphones and Aircom audio is that the air tube gives you 8 times more space, allowing the sound waves to fully develop before they actually hit your eardrums. And this gives it a much more live, natural sound, just like in a recording studio.
Real nice that someone actually addressed the physics associated with how sound comes out.
The challenge we had was to create an earbud with enough airspace for the sound to fully develop and breathe. Unfortunately, traditional earbuds are about the size of a jelly bean, and there's just not enough airspace. However, that changed when we developed Airflow Audio. Airflow uses an air tube to deliver 6 to 8 times more airspace than traditional earbuds. The end result is a true live listening experience, just like you're at a festival or a concert. We also added magnets to the back of the earpieces so you can wear it around your neck when you're not using them.
Being that the drivers are 8 inches from the earpiece, the magnets do not affect the integrity of the sound at all.
The orange line represents the frequency transmitting through the wire to the speaker, which then converts to the blue sound wave that develops more as it travels up the air tube, producing a balanced, full body and live listening experience.
Another really cool feature is that these earbuds are sweat-proof and water-resistant because they're coated with a super hydrophobic nanotechnology. So now you can be on a skateboard or riding a motorcycle and listen to music as if you were watching a live show or actually in a recording studio.
We're coming to you for help in bringing these unparalleled earbuds to market.